Our area of study consisted of Davis Center, Main Street, and the surrounding area. As a group, we analyzed the safety, accessibility, and the level of service for our area. The three arrows show the high traffic points of interest where we calculated the level of service. The yellow area indicates the construction zone outside of Aiken. The red circle on the lower section of the map displays an accessibility issue.
We determined the level of service at the intersection of South Prospect Street and Main Street, in front of the library, and on the crosswalk in front of Living and Learning on Main Street. Level of service was calculated using the walkway and sidewalks formula from the Highway Capacity Manual 2000. This equation states that the flow rate equals the peak 15-minute period divided by the effective sidewalk width times 15. When looking at the average flow table, all paths of travel for each point had a level of service of A. However, when using the platoon table in the same calculations, some of the LOSs changed. The two main crosswalks by Living and Learning had an LOS of C, and the library had an LOS of B. The rest of the level of service remained the same.
The overall accessibility of ramps, crosswalks, and sidewalks in our area met ADA guidelines. All the university buildings are wheelchair and handicap accessible. Most buildings have electric motorized doors as seen in picture 2. However, the Office of International Education does not have one.
The construction zone outside of Aiken poses an accessibility issue for the ramp and the stairs between the Davis Center and Aiken. The ramp barely meets ADA standards of slope and distance between the landing zones. In addition, as indicated by the blue arrow, the construction cuts off the top portion of the ramp leading to the Davis Center oval. There is no other route besides going through the Davis Center, which is not open at all times.
Safety is another issue that we observed for our area. There is a great presence of lighting and blue lights along Main Street and the Davis Center. However, there is a lack of both nighttime lights and blue lights as you head south on Prospect Street. Also, the courtyard outside of the library, shown in picture 2, has 3 lights present, but these lights are never on, which causes this to be a dark spot on campus. These two areas can feel unsafe to a pedestrian, and a simple fix would be to add these 2 types of light fixtures.
The pathways for our area are relatively new, with smooth surfaces and very few drainage problems. There is one informal path that leads from the Davis Center bus stop across the green to the library. This path is a safety issue due to the mud that develops when it rains. Paving this path would increase safety and help the aesthetic quality of this area. Another safety issue is keeping the pathways clear of debris, snow, and ice. This is done through maintenance and use of salt and sand.
Another safety issue is the lack of auditory signals for crosswalks on South Prospect and Main Street. Implementing these signals would highly benefit individuals with sight impairments. One last issue stems from incorrect crossing by pedestrians, such as jaywalking and crossing when not permitted. To solve this issue, vehicle data would need to be further analyzed.
Overall, this is a high-traffic area with challenging topography for both vehicles and pedestrians. As the population of the university continues to increase, pathways, sidewalks, and crosswalks may become overcrowded and fail to meet standards. If this occurs, reassessment studies will be needed.